Okay, we should be live, guys. Hope everyone had a fantastic day. Let me pop up my phone here, make sure I can catch your guys' comments, but excited to jump right in on how to bring on an executive assistant, a virtual assistant to help grow your accounting business. Probably one of, if not the first hires you should be making, adding to your team. Yes, you don't have to do everything yourself, believe it or not. And a side note, guys, I'm just moving into this apartment. I know for some reason, I look like a freaking giant in here. So if you guys are joining us live, hashtag live, hashtag replay if you guys are catching the replay. But yeah, let's get ready to jump into it. I just got the recording up. Cool. So I can see you guys, and I'll pull up our little cheat sheet. You bear with me for a second. So this is, guys, actually, this is something that I recently did, was bring on an executive assistant onto our team, and just say it's just been amazing. Getting some of those tasks just off your plate. It's been awesome, and it's really let me focus on being the CEO, really focusing on those activities that really move the needle in the business. So shout out to Mary, our executive assistant, who's also doing community management here. So awesome, guys. Let's hop into it. And if you guys have any questions, just shoot them in the comments. I'll check them out. Okay, so your executive assistant, virtual assistant, like I said, should be one of, if not your first hire. And let's go over exactly step by step how to make this hire happen, because I know, this may be the first time you've brought somebody on into your business, and maybe that's a skill set, hiring that you haven't really worked on yet. So the first thing that you should do before anything, pull open that calendar, look at the past week, past 2 weeks, and also, I know that it's a funny time, it's deadline season. Think about how things are during deadline times, and how things are outside of that too, as you evaluate this. But I want you to start off by doing a time audit. So grab a piece of paper or pull up a Google Doc, whatever works best for you. And I would block off about 30 minutes and literally write down where is your time going right now. Write down all your responsibilities. Like, what are you doing day to day? What are you doing weekly? What are those CEO level, moving the needle tasks? What are those routine tasks? Just write down anything and everything that you're doing. Are you checking emails? Are you sending engagement letters? Are you shopping softwares? You're probably doing some type of marketing work, hopefully. So yeah, really start off by writing down all that stuff. Just brain dump it onto a piece of paper, and evaluate how much time you're spending on those tasks as well. So that's going to be the starting point. I want you to think about where is your time going in the business. Something else to think about is how much time are you spending in the business on those client fulfillment tasks and client service tasks, and then how much your time are you spending on the business, right? And I define on the business for my clients as marketing, sales, systems, team, operations, those things. So, and also coming up with the vision of where you're looking to take your company to. So consider all that, and that's really step one. Get all that hammered out, understand where your time is going. Okay. Cool. I don't see any comments yet. Perfect. Hopefully this is resonating with you guys. Once you have that list of all that stuff that you're doing, it's not just about where your time is going, but it's also, your contentment in the business is very important, right? And your energy levels are really important. So I want you to look at those tasks, and I want you to think about, what are those things that I love doing? What are those things that I just can't stand? And what are those tasks that I just feel just drained and tired and fatigued after doing, right? And I think for everybody, I think that can vary a little bit, just depending on what your skills are, what you enjoy, just innately. So again, just as important as time, I want you to evaluate, what are those tasks that you like, what are those tasks that you hate, and what drains your energy. Because we really want to start moving, consider moving those tasks that you don't like doing, the tasks that are energy draining. Start to think about, okay, how can we delegate these, eliminate these, get these off your plate, right? Okay. So there, really with the executive assistant, the virtual assistant, what we really want to do is get those routine, day-to-day tasks that just take your time away. Those little things. It's a really good place to start. You really don't even need to bring somebody on full time. I mean, I would recommend starting off with somebody part time. 10 to 20 hours a week. So I would start there, and then you can ramp them up. So what you want to do now is you really want to think about, okay, what are these routine tasks? Write those down. Write down what those routine tasks are that you could see getting off your plate. And those are going to be the roles. Those are going to be the tasks that your assistant could potentially start taking on, right? So we want to, once we have that list, let's start thinking about what skills are needed from your assistant. Okay. Are they going to be client facing at all? Do they need some type of communication skills? Are they interacting with prospects? Do they need to know any of the accounting know-how, technical skills there? Do they need to be tech savvy? So just jot down a list of what are those skills, because we're going to want to know that, and we're going to want to bring that up when we create a quick little job description. Okay. And with an assistant, especially, we're probably going to be asking them to be a little versatile and have them doing maybe a little bit of everything. So you probably want somebody to come into the role that's pretty versatile and that can do a variety of tasks for you. So that's going to be a skill that you're going to want to think about for sure. I don't know if versatility is a skill, but you want to make sure that person is able to do a variety of things for you. Okay, so from there, let's go ahead. We want to go ahead and create a quick job description. It doesn't need to be 10 pages. It could be a one-pager, just something really quick. And here's what you really want to put on that job description. The first thing is put down those skills, right? What are those skills that we just came up with? We want to start there. So put those on the job description, the role description. And then you want to put in the task that you had in mind, and let them know, have this job description where you're going to have the daily tasks, the tasks the task frequency as well, right? So what do they have to do daily? What do they have to do weekly, monthly, quarterly? So just get a good idea there. And there's probably some ad hoc things there too. And guys, if it frees up your time, and there's something like on the personal side that you think would be helpful, booking travel, you could probably think of a pretty wide variety of things, helping you out on, Instacart or whatever. That's stuff that gives you back your time too. So that may be something where they may be able to come in and help. So it doesn't necessarily just need to be business oriented. They could potentially help on the personal side as well, as long as you're getting time back so that you can do the things that are good to move the business forward and that you enjoy, and you have more of your time back. Okay. So we have the task on there and the task frequency. We have the skills necessary. And then another part's really important. I mean, you need to outline your company, even if it's just you. What are the values that you stand for your clients? What are your company values, and what is the vision? Where do you see your business going? You really want that to be appealing. And as you make future hires, that's going to get more and more important. Well, honestly, with the executive virtual assistant role, it's not quite as important. It's your first hire. But for example, one of our values for our company is that genuine care. So we know that we genuinely care about our clients, about this community, and we want to make sure when we brought Mary on, we made sure that she resonated with that, right, and that she fit that. I could see that genuine care from her. So consider your values when you're making this hire and put that on the job description. Okay. And in terms of the vision, think about where do you see the company in the next 12 months and beyond. Okay, cool. Next part is we want to start sourcing and bringing on candidates for the role, right? You don't need a huge number of candidates for this. For this, you probably just need to find a few options, and if somebody clicks with what you're looking for, then probably good to go ahead. So what I recommend is start with your network. I know most of you guys in here are connected to a bunch of business owners, a bunch of accountants. So definitely utilize and leverage your network and start there. Put out a Facebook post. Ask who do you know, who might be a good fit as an assistant. So start there and utilize your platform. And by that means, post on Facebook, utilize a group maybe that you're in or community. Post in this group, you're good. Okay. Depending on the task that you come up with, you could use a resource like Upwork, find somebody there. Or you could utilize a VA agency. But really, you could also just bring in somebody that is looking for, looking for somebody that's just dedicated for you. And that's probably what you want, because eventually you'll probably have enough tasks for them to be full time, and you'll probably have 40 hours of work for that person. So if you guys are looking for recommendations on sourcing, reach out to me. I may know and be able to point you in the right direction based on what your needs are and the exercises that you did above. So please message me. I want to help you guys. Okay. Okay. So then the next thing you want to do is, once you have your candidates, there's an optional step here too. I'll just say you could create a quick Google form, a quick little application, ask them a few questions before you do the interview if you're looking to save some time. I think Google Forms is a really good option for that. Ask 5-10 questions about what their skills are, maybe past experiences, and you might be able to filter a little bit and save you some time for this next step, which is the interview process. And that also will make sure that they're committed and they're putting in some work on the front end and that they're interested in the position. Okay. Next, interview. So on the interview, you want to ask more about their skills and what their past experience was. The biggest thing on the interview, guys, is you want to make sure that they're a culture fit. You want to ask yourself, is this somebody that I could see myself working with? Because you're going to be working closely with this person. You want to make sure that it's somebody that vibes with you, that you enjoy. So, and then again, it goes back to the company values, right? Do they align with the values of the company and of your business? So ask yourself that as you go through the interview. And then also, make sure you want to ask what they're looking for too. Like what are their goals and where are they trying to get to? Because you want to make sure you understand where they're coming from. And what their trajectory is and where they're looking to grow. And is this opportunity where they can grow from part-time to full-time, or whatever it is that they're looking for, right? Cool. So once we've done that interview, we want to make a selection on that, and we want to have the onboarding process, right? So what you would do is have some kind of onboarding meeting. And on that meeting, you just want to set expectations. What are you expecting out of them? How are you guys going to communicate going forward? Is that going to be through text message, through email? through, yeah, I utilize Asana and Slack for our communication channels there. I think that's a really good option. I don't know how many of you guys are using Slack or Asana, but really good for communication for Slack and workflow for Asana. Definitely check those out. So the big thing to take away from this, guys, is hire slow and fire fast. Again, with the assistant, it's not the end of the world if you make a bad hire, you know, but you want to make sure you move on quickly if it's not a good fit. So start them off on some kind of 2-week to a 30-day trial and see how it goes. And then if it, you know, tell them, be honest with them and tell them that, hey, this is a trial period. And if it goes well, then we'll continue working together, right? So that's what I would recommend there. That way you can make sure that it's a good fit. You can get them some tasks. It's going to take some ramp up time. And that's another thing, guys. Just make sure you're you know, patient, because there is some ramp up period there, and it's going to take them some time to get acquainted to your systems, your processes, how you communicate, etc. So, but yeah, I don't know how long that just went, but I just wanted to hop on here, talk about that. It's a great hire to make. I know that we can get kind of you know, stuck in the weeds sometimes with all the crap that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. So this is a great way to leverage other people and start bringing on a team and building a team so that you can create the business that you want to create. So with that said, if you guys want this sheet, put a hashtag BA in here below. If you guys want to talk more about if you think it's the right time to scale to grow your business, I'll put the link in to our client results page, and our we also have a training on there about how to go from 0 to 10K a month and how to scale there. So definitely check that out. And there's this option to book a call so we can talk more about this. So let me know if you guys have any questions, though. I'm happy to answer, happy to help, and I hope this was helpful. Talk to you soon.